Welcome to EduHunt video lessons. We have already finished digestive system, digestion process of digestion, and now we are entering a new topic, that is respiratory system. How respiration takes place, the process of respiration, and what are the different organs involved in respiration. We have already finished the introduction, in which we have discussed what is meant by respiration, that is breathing. And also breathing is nothing but exchange of gases. How the gaseous exchange takes place in various organisms. This kind of exchange of gases is known as breathing, and technically we call the process as respiration. We have briefly discussed about the various respiratory organs and what are the gases that are exchanged in this process. One is oxygen and other one is CO2. These are the two different gases that are involved in this exchange process. And how oxygen and what is the role of oxygen in respiration, and how the oxygen is exchanged from environment to the organism. This is taken in by the organism during inhalation. During inhalation, oxygen is taken in. That means we breathe oxygen. CO2 is given out during exhalation. Exhalation, that means liberation. Which gas is liberated during exhalation? CO2. అంటే మనం గాలి పీల్చుతున్నాం, పీల్చుకునే గాలి ఆక్సిజన్, అండ్ మనం రిలీజ్ చేసే గాలి, విడుదల చేసే గాలి CO2. సో ఆక్సిజన్ తీసుకోవడాన్ని ఇన్హాలేషన్ అంటాము, CO2ని విడిచిపెట్టడాన్ని ఎక్స్హాలేషన్ అంటాము. ఓన్లీ gaseous exchange మాత్రమే జరుగుతుందా డ్యూరింగ్ రెస్పిరేషన్? నో, there is liberation of energy, production of energy also takes place during respiration. The energy is in the form of ATP. ATP ni energy antam. Energy that will be in the form of ATP is produced during respiration. Okay, and we have also discussed about the various respiratory organs of different organisms. For example, the lower organisms like protozoa, example amoeba, and porifera, sponges, coelentrates, cnidarians, hydra, example like platyhelminthes and aschelminthes. These are the different invertebrate organisms in which the skin or the membrane acts as the breathing substance or the breathing organ, respiratory organ. Skin or the membrane or the cuticle acts as the respiratory organ, and the kind of process is diffusion. And I also mentioned the diffusion, example of diffusion, that is when we open a scent bottle, that is perfume bottle, in a corner of a room, it spreads all over the room. Through entire room will be, we feel every corner of the room will get that fragrance because of the diffusion of the scent molecules that are present in the bottle. They spread to the every corner of the room. That is why we feel the smell, we enjoy the smell. And even if we drop an ink drop in the bottle of water or in a beaker of water, the entire water becomes blue because The ink drop consists of more number of ink ions, ink molecules, and in the glass or in beaker there are 0 molecules. I already mentioned that the diffusion is the process of movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. ఎక్కువ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఉన్న ఏరియా నుంచి తక్కువ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఉన్న ఏరియాకి ఈ మాలిక్యూల్స్ మూవ్ అవ్వడాన్ని డిఫ్యూజన్ అంటాం. ఇక్కడ కూడా డిఫ్యూజన్, oxygen, CO2, these are the gases which are exchanged from the atmosphere. This exchange happens between the atmosphere and the organism through diffusion. Even lungs are the respiratory organs for human beings and for other mammals, and even for reptiles, and even birds also respire through lungs. Okay, lungs are the respiratory organs. And we have also seen in scorpion there are a separate specialized organs called book lungs, and in fish the gills are the respiratory organs, and in annelids, for example earthworm respires through its moist skin, the cuticle. And let us see what is the organ involved in the respiration and what is the respiration called. Yes, if organ involved in respiration and type of respiration we call. For example, if skin or cuticle is involved in the respiration, if it is the respiratory organ, then it is called cuticular respiration. Cuticular respiration means the respiration takes place through the skin. If they are trachea aithe tracheal respiration, if the respiratory organs are trachea. Gills, branchial respiration. Lungs, pulmonary, if lungs are the respiratory organs, then it is known as the pulmonary respiration. If the skin acts as the respiratory organ, then it is called the cuticular respiration. Trachea, tracheal respiration. If buccopharynx, then it is called buccopharyngeal respiration. That is buccal cavity and pharynx, they are involved in respiration. Let us come to the topic. Human respiratory system. Human respiratory system. Origin of human respiratory system, let us see. It is originated from mesodermal in origin. And we have 3 layers during embryogenesis. We have those 3 layers are known as ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. And some of the organs will be produced by the ectoderm and some will mesoderm and some will endoderm, and some parts will be from ectoderm, endoderm, the mix up will be there. In the respiratory system, it is of endo-mesodermal in origin. And then what are the organs of respiration? Organs of respiration in human beings. We all well know that lungs. Lungs are the respiratory organs of human beings. How many lungs are present? There are a pair of lungs. Where they are situated? In the thoracic cavity. In the thoracic cavity, lungs are situated. And what is the pathway of the air in the respiratory system? Let us see, nose is the external organ that is involved in respiration. We breathe air in through our nose and we also liberate the CO2 through the same nose. Inhalation and exhalation both are done with the help of nose. So nose is the external organ, whereas lungs are internally connected to nose. And the air enters through nose. We have a pair of nostrils. Through nose it reaches nasal chamber. Through nasal chamber, nasopharynx. It reaches nasopharynx. Through nasopharynx, air reaches trachea. From there it reaches lungs. Lungs. In the lungs, the processing takes place. And let's see what are the steps in respiration. First one is the absorption of oxygen. Absorption. Absorption of air or exchange of gases. Gases ante O2, CO2. O2 and CO2. Exchange of gases between atmosphere and respiratory or organism. What happens after absorption of these gases? Exchange of gases annam kada. So lopaliki oxygen veldin tarvata what is its fate? Oxygen దేంతో వెళ్ళింది? నోస్తో మనం తీసుకున్న తర్వాత ఇట్ రీచెస్ ద లంగ్స్. లంగ్స్లో యూనిట్స్ ఉంటాయి కాల్డ్ ఆల్వియోలై. అక్కడి నుంచి బ్లడ్కి వెళ్తుంది ఆక్సిజన్. బ్లడ్ క్యారీస్ ఆక్సిజన్. బ్లడ్ క్యారీస్ ఆక్సిజన్. ఆక్సిజన్ని క్యారీ చేసిన తర్వాత టు వేర్ ఇట్ టేక్స్. ఆక్సిజన్ ఈస్ టేకెన్ టు ద టిష్యూస్. అంటే oxygen is taken to the tissues, that is the oxygen that has been absorbed by the nose is taken by the lungs, it will go to the alveoli, then it reaches blood. దిస్ ఆక్సిజన్ విల్ బి క్యారీడ్ త్రూ ద బ్లడ్ టు డిఫరెంట్ టిష్యూస్. ఆ డిఫరెంట్ టిష్యూస్కి బ్లడ్ ద్వారానే ఆక్సిజన్ వెళ్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం జరుగుతుంది, టిష్యూస్లో రిలీజ్ అయిన CO2ని అదే బ్లడ్ త్రూ ఆల్వియోలై మళ్ళీ లంగ్స్ నుంచి బయటికి పంపించేస్తుంది త్రూ ఎక్స్హాలేషన్. అంటే CO2ని బయటికి తీసుకుని రావడంతో పాటు, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమేం జరిగింది, ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాసెస్ జరగడంతో పాటు ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ జరిగింది. ఎక్స్చేంజ్తో పాటు గేషియస్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ మాత్రమే జరగలేదు, ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ కూడా జరిగింది. గేషియస్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ జరిగింది. ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి, బ్లడ్ నుంచి టిష్యూస్కి జరిగింది. రెస్పిరేటరీ ఆర్గాన్స్ నుంచి బ్లడ్కి, బ్లడ్ నుంచి టిష్యూస్కి ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ జరిగింది. ఈ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషనే టిష్యూస్ వరకు జరిగిన తర్వాత టిష్యూస్లో లిబరేట్ అయిన CO2 బయటికి ఇచ్చేయాలి. అది కూడా త్రూ బ్లడ్ CO2 బయటికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. త్రూ బ్లడ్ ఇట్ క్యారీస్, బ్లడ్ ఓన్లీ క్యారీస్ దీస్ గ్యాసెస్. అండ్ దెన్ CO2 లిబరేట్ అవ్వడంతో పాటు it releases some amount of ATP, that is energy, during respiration. This is called metabolic energy. Metabolic energy respiration lo release అవుతుంది.